I may be close to retirement, but I'm as busy as ever. Careful now.
Thanks.
You got it. And thanks to Voya, I'm confident about my future.
Oh, Dad, the twins are now...
Vegan.
So skip the counter without missing a beat. Choose any car in the aisle and be the boss of you. Go national. Go like a pro.
Hi, I'm Jane King, and this is New to the Street, in person back here at the NASDAQ market site in New York City. This show is all about public, private, blockchain companies, the CEOs, the founders, and the innovators, bringing you lots of opportunities to consider. Here we go. LINQTO helps identify, evaluate, and invest in the world's leading unicorn companies. And the main goal here is to democratize the financial markets. And with me is the Chief Operating Officer, Joe Indoso, and the Chief Growth Officer, Susan Miller. Welcome. And let's just start with, give me an overview of the company, because what you're doing is really unique.
We're founded on a very basic premise that the single most valuable investment class is the equity of tech companies while they're still private, before they IPO.
Pre-IPO.
Absolutely. And what we're trying to do is solve this problem of access, because historically, the only people that have been able to invest in that asset class are largely, frankly, not people. They're institutions.
That's right, yeah.
They're private equity firms, VC firms, hedge funds, large sovereign wealth funds from around the world, and individuals who are oligarchs, billionaire types.
Right.
But people like those of us, sitting around here, find it very difficult, if not impossible, to make investments systematically in that asset class. So that's what we're doing at LINQTO. We're making it very simple, easy, affordable for regular people who are accredited investors, individuals, not institutions, to allocate a portion of their portfolios and consistently make quality investments in private tech companies.
Because really, the system as it is now is the rich get richer, more powerful, so this is a way to, just give people an opportunity to take advantage of that. And by the way, unicorn you define as a company worth $1 billion.
Correct.
A private company valued at over $1 billion.
Okay, so I know there's a few kind of slightly different definitions. So talk to me about just how this is an alternative for people, and how do they become an accredited investor? What do you have to do to be that?
Sure. So not our rules, but the SEC has rules about who can be an accredited investor. So typically, litmus tests would include something like, as an individual, having over $200,000 in annual income, as a household $300,000, or $1 million in liquid net worth, not including your primary residence.
Okay.
So not our rules. However, we have figured out a pretty quick way to automate the process of accreditation. So you can go on LINQTO.com and we can facilitate that accreditation process for you.
Okay.
Right now, only 2% of eligible investors are actually investing in private markets, 2%. And so, as Joe shared, our mission is really to democratize the private markets and create not only the possibility for folks to understand what are the accreditation rules, how do they get accredited, but give access to some of the leading unicorn investments, so some of the exciting things on the LINQTO platform.
Super interesting, and I really support anything that gets more people involved in the market and allows more people to build wealth, because it's a concern. So thank you, Joe and Susan. It's wonderful to hear about the company.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for having us here.
Right. Thanks.
Want to get linked to a really good investment? Everyone knows you have to be at the right place at the right time. So here's the deal. LINQTO is that place. And when you sign up, you'll join an awesome community of investors with access to the world's leading private companies way before they go mainstream. Are you ready to get linked to? Our unicorns are waiting. LINQTO. Private investing made simple.
Glint has developed proprietary technology that enables everyone to buy gold. Gold that's stored in Brink's vaults, insured by Lloyd's of London. With Glint's app and debit card, peace of mind is just a few taps away. It's easy to protect your hard-earned savings, and there are no minimums, hidden fees, or financial advisors required. To learn how to safeguard your future, go to glintpay.com or download Glint from your favorite app store.
SEKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SEKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SEKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SEKUR. Visit SEKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Smiles 23 is a company focused on making sure executives have the best physical presentation that they can. And with me is Dr. Lee Goss, the CEO of Smiles 23, and also CEO Smiles, which is a project of Smiles 23. So explain what that's all about.
Absolutely. Well, I'm a dentist by trade, but Smile 23 is an exciting project where we're attempting to roll up very high-end dental practices. And in those practices, we're defined by the highest quality of care, leading technology, and customer experience. And we are excited about telling our story through CEO Smiles. And in CEO Smiles, we want to take a deep dive into the smile of a CEO and pick apart what characteristics of that smile actually make it different.
So why is that important?
Why is a smile important?
I mean, we know it's good, but for a CEO, how does that make a difference?
Okay, so why is a smile particularly important for a CEO? CEOs have to be able to demonstrate confidence. And I think out of all facial features, eyes, skin, hair, there's nothing that projects confidence like a smile. Even, you kind of want your CEO, in my opinion, to have a little gray hair, maybe a wrinkle or two, but you definitely want them to be able to project confidence during the pitch and to disarm during negotiations. And I think a smile is the quickest way to get there.
Yeah, I mean, it does show confidence, warmth. People I think can relate to you. They're not intimidated by you if you're, smiling a little bit. So it might be a good thing for negotiations.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think people and for years have been focused on the Hollywood smile and how can they look like their star. But I think now more than ever, people really want to emulate this CEO that they're a fan of. And I've been privileged over the years to help construct and design some of the smiles for CEOs, CMOs, COOs, founders. And I've been privileged to see kind of how their smile has been part of their journey.
So I'm thinking straight teeth, white teeth. Anything else? Like, is there anything I'm missing?
Missing is the key word.
Okay, so
all of them there.
Yeah.
So 80% of adults are missing at least one tooth.
Interesting.
And now there are so many technologies that are coming to the forefront, especially robotic dentistry, which is allowing people to replace missing teeth. So absolutely right. I think people have gotten it right with straight and white through clear aligners and through teeth whitening, but there's so much tech coming in robotics that's really interesting.
Well, I wanted to ask you about that. So what can robotics do? How are they changing dentistry?
Well, we have to think about who places a screw better, a robot or a person. I'm personally really excited about where robotics are going to influence dentistry. Robotics are already heavily in medicine and in surgery, and robots can, with the assistance of a doctor, place dental implants. I think a lot of other procedures are going to be coming down the line, and this is amazing because it's going to greatly influence access to care and quality of care.
Yeah, and maybe bring the price down a little bit as well, since there's
100%
to it. So.
Price comes down, quality goes up, and it's just amazing.
So what should someone do if they're considering, what should be the first step that they take if they're an executive and considering improving their smile?
Well, virtual consultations became a real thing over the past 2 years. So now a virtual consultation is part of almost every dentist's workflow. So that's a great place to start. You can talk about your smile, and we all know from Zoom calls that you can actually see someone's teeth pretty well on a Zoom call. There's actually a dental term that came about called Zoom call anxiety, which is actually related to the way a person's appearance, because the Zooms really show facial features really well.
Oh yeah, that lighting, like that can be a killer sometimes on those Zoom calls. And finally, like what's a price range, something like this?
Well, dental implants at present are roughly $5,000 a tooth. A full arch rehab can range from $20,000 to say $100,000 or even $120,000. But I think with the technology that's really close, I think the prices of dentistry are really going to come down, and the quality in the mid-market is really going to come up.
It'd be very interesting. Thank you so much, Doctor, for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks.
Glint has developed proprietary technology that enables everyone to buy gold. Gold that's stored in Brink's vaults, insured by Lloyd's of London. With Glint's app and debit card, peace of mind is just a few taps away. It's easy to protect your hard-earned savings, and there are no minimums, hidden fees, or financial advisors required. To learn how to safeguard your future, go to glintpay.com or download Glint from your favorite app store.
SEKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SEKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SEKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SEKUR. Visit SEKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Want to get linked to a really good investment? Everyone knows you have to be at the right place at the right time. So here's the deal. LINQTO is that place. And when you sign up, you'll join an awesome community of investors with access to the world's leading private companies way before they go mainstream. Are you ready to get linked to? Our unicorns are waiting. LINQTO. Private investing made simple.
SEKUR is an instant messaging and email service that is encrypted and is good for confidential communications. And we do know and read about hacks almost on a daily basis. So with me is the CEO of SEKUR, Langahi, to talk about the company and then also some of the products you have for people. So let's just start with, you've got a new product, right?
Yes.
Check by invite?
Yes.
Okay,
correct.
tell me about that.
So anyway, hi everyone, thanks for watching. Basically, we launched our new messenger tool with a chat by invite. What it means is that whether you're in the US, Canada, most of Latin America now, and some countries in Europe, Australia, New Zealand, you can text anyone with a phone number from these countries and invite them to chat with you. Now, why that's important? As you know, if you use a chat application, the recipient needs to have the same application. They also ask for your phone number every time when you download those. First of all, we don't ask for your phone number, so it's way more private and secure. The hackers don't know that you even have an account, that you're using it. And now you can chat with anybody in the world that has a mobile phone, because you can just text them and say, hey, Alain wants to chat with you. And then you click on the link, it's like, okay, and then we open a channel and we chat together in a private and secure manner, as if you had SEKUR. And the thing is that when I initiate the conversation, when I terminate it, even if you click again on the link, it's going to be gone. It's going to probably prompt you to buy the service. Okay. But what's really good is that you don't have to download anything. You don't have to register to anything. So it's great for businesses. You know, you have the financial industry, legal, medical, insurance, mortgage, I mean, you name it. People communicate a lot with their clients, and that's going to facilitate, and we're doing it worldwide. As you can see, we got Colombia, Mexico, a bunch of Latin American, Central American countries, US, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, Switzerland, obviously, and a couple of countries in Europe. And we're going to keep expanding because you need to be able to have the SMS gateway to text the people from that country. So we keep adding countries.
So walk me through it. So I need the app, the Secure app, which I can download on iOS and Google?
Yeah.
Okay. And then through that, I can text somebody?
Absolutely.
Okay. So
first I would recommend you go to SEKUR.com.
Okay.
You buy the solution. After that, you can download because you need to create your account.
I see.
And that needs to be done with us. Then you download on iOS or Android, you sign in, and then you basically can use chat by invite. You can use it using your address book, your contact book, it'll upload it for you. Or if somebody is not in your address book, you put their name, their phone number, it'll send them an invite to click, and then the channel is open. It's a private tunneling system, and the entire communication only happens in our Swiss encrypted server environment, as opposed to sending encryption keys back and forth over the internet. And that's critical to know, because when you send keys back and forth, they can be hacked. Whereas when it's in a server and it never leaves that server, you can be in Tokyo, I can be in Australia. We're both communicating in Switzerland. That's the cool part about it.
Interesting. Okay. And there's also an email service.
Yes, so SEKUR is a bundle of the email service and the SEKUR Messenger. Now we launched SEKUR as a bundle. We have SEKUR Mail, which is just the email, and SEKUR Messenger. We also launched business services where you can have your domain name with us, or you can migrate your existing business. Most people probably, they already have a business and emails, and they don't want to have data mining and big tech. They want to move to us for privacy and security. Nobody will even know they moved because they can keep their domain. So that's pretty cool. So that's already out, and we have other products that are coming out as well. Our email application, which will let you have the Secure Send privacy feature from your phone without going through webmail, that's going to be ready mid-June, so in about a month from now. And then we have the Secure Voice, which is going to be in September, October, encrypted calls to anyone in the world without having to dial their phone number, which is again the same concept of you invite somebody with a link, they open, they can chat with you. And then SEKUR Pro, which is our answer to video conferencing.
Yeah, well, I mean, you and I have talked about how this is a growing industry, and we read about it every day, so it's definitely a solution that people need. So.
And now that people work from home or travel is more restricted, let's say, it's a great tool. And companies are trying to save money too. Right. They can't always send somebody on business class to travel just to say hi. Now they have that habit, well, if it's critical, I'm going to send this executive. If it's not, we're just going to do a conference on video. And that's where the business is going to grow like crazy in the next few years.
Okay, thank you so much, Alon.
Thank you, Jim.
Glint has developed proprietary technology that enables everyone to buy gold. Gold that's stored in Brink's vaults, insured by Lloyd's of London. With Glint's app and debit card, peace of mind is just a few taps away. It's easy to protect your hard-earned savings, and there are no minimums, hidden fees, or financial advisors required. To learn how to safeguard your future, go to glintpay.com or download Glint from your favorite app store.
Growing clones in-house can severely drain both quality and costs for cannabis and hemp businesses. PharmaGreen Biotech is the key to growing high-quality plantlets. PharmaGreen services includes premium tissue cultured starter plantlets and live preservation of any plant species. Grow into the future of optimized plant growth with PharmaGreen. See our update at update.pharmagreen.ca.
SEKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SEKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SEKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SEKUR. Visit SEKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
We can do better. Existing security systems are often obsolete and ineffective. Today's challenges require a new approach, a personal approach. RAD Light My Way places personal safety in the hands of everyone.
This area is under live monitoring, activated by RAD Light My Way.
The only way we make a safer world is when we all have a hand in it.
Activated by RAD Light My Way.
Just one of the innovations from AITX. Visit AITX.ai.
Want to get linked to a really good investment? Everyone knows you have to be at the right place at the right time. So here's the deal. LINQTO is that place. And when you sign up, you'll join an awesome community of investors with access to the world's leading private companies way before they go mainstream. Are you ready to get linked to? Our unicorns are waiting. LINQTO. Private investing made simple.
Pawtocol is using blockchain technology to create solutions that will strengthen the pet community and bring value back to its members, all while providing help to rescues and also shelters in need. And with me is the CEO, Colin Jordan. Colin, a pleasure having you back.
Jane,
Great to see you again.
Yeah.
So we talked, 5 months or so ago, right when you took over as CEO. So give me an update on how things have been going.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've all kind of seen the roller coaster that's been going on in the cryptocurrency market, let alone, the traditional stock market. So that's been a little interesting to navigate, but nonetheless, just trying to tell the team to stay focused, building our ecosystem, growing, hiring, right? And I'm actually really excited at how we've kind of persevered through the chop around us and done some really great things in the first few months.
Yeah. Now, you just mentioned your team. So have you hired people? Who else on the team?
Yeah, so when I started, right, it was a very small operation, a lot of part-time contractors, et cetera. So that was one of the first things that was a priority. So we've actually now got a blended team of part-time and full-time. It's 12, right? And we just brought on some integral hires in the last few weeks, actually. So Jason Hetherington joined us from Facebook. He's our Chief Experience Officer. And we hired Andrew Tamburo, who's now leading us creatively, so also community manager. And Marlena Cotter, who's now our coordinator of rescues and shelters. Okay, so let's talk about that, because I think that's new, right?
Yes. The rescues and shelters, since we talked. What are you doing with that?
Yeah, so, given the fact that some of the products that we're developing, it has a little bit of a longer kind of cycle, we wanted to make an impact right away. So we launched a Pawtocol Pet Fund. And what that is a cryptocurrency-based fund where we donate directly to rescues and shelters through that vehicle, and 100% of the contents go to them. Right, so unlike other organizations where maybe 60 to 70% goes, we're giving everything in that fund to the rescues and shelters.
So how does that work then? The shelters get the cryptocurrency from what? Where does that come from?
Yeah, so right away we put $5,000 into the fund as a company, right? We used UPI, Universal Pet Income, that's our utility token. Yeah. And I actually myself matched the donation with $5,000 of my own money, right? And then we will take and everything that we sell moving forward, so between our NFT platform and our pet tags, a portion of every dollar will go into that fund as well. And then Marlena is actually boots on the ground, going out, finding deserving 501c3s to go ahead and redistribute those funds to them directly. And as of today, we actually have partnered with 3 rescues and shelters in Arizona that have each received $1,000. So already making a difference. Okay. Yeah.
So, and then you've also got a national partnership. Are we breaking a little news here?
Yes, yes.
What's that all about? Who is it with?
So excited, partially because I'm, big football guy, but we just announced this week that we are going to be one of the first companies in the country to sponsor a college football program via cryptocurrency. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, so we've been working with Rich Iamuno at AIC, and he's been helping us go out and find partnership opportunities for cryptocurrency. And this was the first one with the University of Central Florida. So we are the official sponsor for their Halloween weekend game against Cincinnati.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, he's actively going out and trying to help us find other partnerships. It really, for us, you know, the 18 to 35 kind of being our target market.
It's true.
I love
College
working.
is actually a really good target for you.
It's fantastic, and not just to like go out and get eyeballs and raise awareness, but then as we continue to grow the team, right? Like these college kids that are just coming out and needing jobs, it's an incredible, you know, as an emerging technology company, there's a lot that want to get involved with us at an early age, and we love that.
Yeah, what kind of things do you have planned for that football game?
So they're actually going to allow us, our logo is going to be on the coin for the coin toss. We're going to have kind of full branding around the stadium. They'll have QR codes where they can go in and download our app. So it's actually a really, I mean, hats off to UCF. They put together an incredible program for us to become a sponsor.
Yeah, exciting. So, okay, so what's the next 5 months or next year for you in the company?
Yeah, so, you know, as we continue to grow, we are the next stage as far as product development. We're going to be launching, and you know, I'll give a little sneak peek here, but it's called Kingdom, is our NFT platform. And so you're going to actually go ahead and be able to mint an NFT of your own pet. So you can create a 3D rendered version of your pet that can go into the metaverse, have kind of a presence there. But not just that, the NFT that you own and hold is going to give you value in terms of, you know, partnerships that we have in our building. You can get 15% off at this store or 20% off at that retailer by owning and holding the NFT. So as a community member, there's inherent value beyond just going into the metaverse, right? Which we're all kind of excited to see where that goes. But there's inherent value on top of that as well.
Okay, so that's kind of cool. So if I want to go in the metaverse, I can create an NFT of my pet and take my dog or cat with me or whatever I have with me in the metaverse.
Yeah,
oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah, and so, you know, what's cool too is we're also, you know, purchasing land in the metaverse and whatnot. So we'll create kind of these exclusive areas that are like pet parks or whatnot, and we'll create meetups. And again, just more value, trying to think of innovative ways that this kind of new digital life or experience will happen in the future.
Now, I know since I've been talking to the company, you've got the pet tags that use blockchain technology, and that was really kind of your core business, right? So explain that and where that is.
Yeah, so, you know, right when I got in, I think everybody's really excited about this tag and what it can do, but as you kind of look at the broader landscape and things that are happening with blockchain technology, and again, things that are kind of out of our control, the gas fees and what happens there, the idea that we could go ahead and implement all the things that we wanted right away was not really there. So what we've done is kind of taken a step back and assess where the tag was at, and it kind of became more of a prototype of, hey, this is what we want for it. And now our team that we've continued to grow and scale is going out and looking at ways to make it more robust and really implement kind of a stronger presence for the tag. You know, things like pedometer, you know, GPS tracking, things like that, rather than just having a QR code with NFC technology. So, you know, it is taking longer. Obviously, we hear from the community that they want it now, just kind of like everybody else. But I think it's going to pay off in the long run that we're taking the time to stop, reassess, and we're going to put out something that people really like.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm sure in our next interview we can talk about that.
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
Thank you so much, Colin.
Thank you. Appreciate the time.
America keeps turning to Kudlow. He's been beating the competition to become the king of business news. No one else has his experience. No one else does his kind of analysis.
And I'm not going to hold back.
Kudlow.
From Wall Street to your street.
Weekdays at 4.
I'm always shopping the Real. They drop over 10,000 new arrivals every day.
From luxury brands I'm obsessed with.
Gucci, Rolex,
Prada,
Louis Vuitton,
Hermes, Cartier, Tiffany. All up to 90% off retail.
And I love that it's been authenticated.
No one else can say all that.
Because no one else does it like the Real.
Thousands of new arrivals daily. Up to 90% off retail. Endless luxury. The Real. Shop now and get 20% off at therealreal.com. Terms apply.
Hey everyone, I'm Mike Huckabee, former governor of Arkansas.
I saw them at work. I saw them around town. They had savor's remorse. And I did too. I mean, sure, I paid less for auto insurance, but Was the coverage enough? Could I trust the company to be there when I needed them? Then I found Amica.
Think about everything you have to protect. Then call Amica. Named one of America's best insurance companies by Forbes. We'll help you understand your coverage options and exactly what you're paying for. Call for a quote and be confident you have the right insurance company behind you.
With reproductive freedom under attack, who can California women count on to defend our rights? GOP-endorsed Senator Brian Dahle stands with Donald Trump. Dahle wants to roll back abortion rights, punishing women and doctors. It's why California women and Planned Parenthood support Gavin Newsom. A lifelong defender of the right to choose, Newsom took on Texas's restrictive abortion law. Newsom will keep California at the forefront, protecting and respecting women's rights and women's health.
Chris Rodriguez, accused of fraud and awaiting trial for refusing to pay back an elderly woman.